helicopter, donuts, duck foot, funny soap.
We did it! Dan, thank you for making it here today.
We did it!
For the ones that are watching the video version, we just did something that we do all the time, and forget to start the timer. That's at the front of the room.
I don't know why the timer is such a...
It's a flip over situation. Because this studio is used for multiple shows.
Yeah.
So shit's not in the same spot every single time. And
I went to grab it, and I just ran during the intro.
Can you imagine if you did that, but it was your wiener? You're like, I'm just going to touch my...
Oh, God! Oh, God, it's not there!
What the fuck? Oh, it's right over here. Scurry over.
Run off.
Hey, episode 49. I'm Joe Paisley.
I'm Dan Cummins.
And this is Is We Dumb. And in case you're brand new, and you're like, I happen to maybe catch this, but when do you guys do this?
Yeah.
It's every Wednesday at high noon. Pacific time.
And what is this show about?
I have no idea, dude. Like, we started with a mission statement. At this point, I'm like, I don't know. No, it's about looking at dumb shit and then don't repeat it so that we're better ourselves.
Learn from our mistakes and learn from the many mistakes we're able to find online.
And that other people make. If I could, I'd like to have a little foreshadowing. We have the Is We Dumb segment coming up here in a little bit.
Yeah.
It's so funny. And it is the perfect example of please don't repeat what we did.
Right.
Because something you did recently
stupid.
Almost killed me, and I've thought about it 1,000 times since you brought it up. I don't know how you did that. So
yeah, I've had thoughts about it as well. My kids don't understand. Nobody understands how I did it.
You live in the tree fort now. They're rough. They're rough, but we'll get through it.
Okay.
And then for all of our American listeners, hope you had a good 4th of July. I think the goal, as always, the amount of digits that you went in with.
Yeah.
I hope that now you still have the same amount.
Absolutely.
And if you didn't, well, things didn't go as planned.
I hope that you, as we're recording this, I hope that you have all your digits for our next episode. It's a risk every year with you.
I'm 35 years in, bro. Look at these.
Still got them all.
Count them.
10. Still got 10 fingers.
Dude, you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's a miracle. Find us online, Facebook and Instagram at Is We Dumb. Got the private Facebook group, Is We Dummies. And if you want to send in content that you want to have featured on the show, that is dumb@iswedumb.com. And you have a question about how many fingers. I also have 10 toes.
You do.
So if you're wondering, like, okay, I see your 10 fingers, but how many toes do you have?
You have 10?
I have 10.
I'm amazed I still have 10. With my one toe, it's been so fucked up for so long, and I keep, like, injuring it in different ways.
It's a saga.
It is a saga. Like, I'm amazed. Sometimes looking down, and I'm like, how are you still here?
What are you doing here?
I don't even think I mentioned this. This is, well, you know what? Before we even get into the dumb thing I'm supposed to talk about this week, I have another dumb thing that I keep forgetting to talk about that I'll forget again today and I'll forget next week. I have so many dumb things I've been doing recently. It's been unbelievable.
I love that we have a string. It has to be at least a month and a half long. Where I haven't shared a thing that I've done dumb. And because every week you come in and you're like, I got something.
And I've been doing so many really dumb things that I'm afraid of spacing them out too much and just forgetting about them. Like 2-3 really dumb things a week.
You're like, hey man, I know that next week we have this, and the week after that we have this, but I did something yesterday that we can put out for 3 weeks out. I'm like, okay,
exactly.
I can go into the script.
Yep. We have a couple weeks out, and this one wasn't even on it. But my stupid toe, because I'm pretty sure I didn't talk about that on the show. My toenail got messed up. Some kind of like fungus thing a long time ago. I've been like taking the medicine. I've been doing all the things. I become like a toenail untrained expert, I guess. I have my little cuticle kit, and I try and clean it up, and really kind of dig in there, and I have special little clippers to cut it just right. All these things.
Little monocle. You're like,
practically a monocle.
Hello, toe. How you doing today?
So much attention on this toe, and then Lindsay showed me the stuff that I guess you get at I've never had a mani pedi, but like at the places where you do that, the nail salons, they have this solution they'll put on your toe that'll eat away calluses.
Okay, yeah.
But it'll eat away your skin. And so I was like, oh, cool. Because there's some skin that's been tough because my nail's all jacked up and cut into my skin like a hangnail. I'm like, well, maybe I could just eat away some of that skin and then it wouldn't be pinching into my toe so hard. And I didn't bother to read the directions. I just put it on my skin. And then it says rinse off no longer than 2 minutes or 90 seconds. Something like that.
Immediately.
And I just didn't rinse it off. And fucking it ate so much of my fucking skin off. that like I've never had this happen, like a weird salamander or something that like a snake that sheds its skin. I did that with my toe. I was like, later I looked at my toe and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, my toe is fucked up, like worse than ever. And like, because I got it wet and it loosened the skin. So it was like a snake and I had this like baby new skin. It looked so fucking gross. And it's done that like 3 times. I didn't even tell you that. I just keep shedding more layers of skin. And I don't know how. It's just not like a bloody stump. So that was a lesson learned.
I love the idea of just you are harvesting like tiny coin purses out of your big toe.
Exactly.
Just whip, like they slide off in one piece. You're like, oh, okay. Or
it's
like
so nasty.
Like for little kids when they lose their teeth. Like this is where you go. It's for the tooth fairy. Into Big Daddy's big toe skin.
I had like an infection on it. I remember the other day looking down the infection. I'm like, this is how people lose their toe.
Yeah, Bob Marley.
He lost his toe?
No, he died because of a toe infection.
No.
Zach, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, he died because of cancer.
No.
I don't know.
He died.
Big toe infection.
No.
You can look it up. Let me do the rest of the intro,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure his big toe got fucking infected, and that's how he died.
Don't tell me that.
Okay, well, see you later. See you in hell, buddy. So go buy some merch.
Oh my God.
Am I right? Fucking told you.
No.
Oh, badmagicmerch.com, isbedumb.com. Dan just got surprised. He opened his phone. And he's like, whoa, shit, that's what I was jerking off too.
No,
I got that surprised look like, holy shit, how did I come to this?
I Googled how did Bob Marley die and it auto-filled with toe. And I'm like, oh no.
Fucking told you.
Oh God.
I told you.
No.
Yes, it was a big toe thing.
Okay. Cancer that started underneath in his toe.
Okay,
I have
he
had the
didn't
doctor
get it
look at my
checked
toe.
out. Okay.
I have had the doctor look at my toe a while back. And so
I love the idea of something
Jesus Christ.
like maybe it's super common and I'm ill-informed here. But I love the idea of someone who has like throat cancer specialists, like brain cancer, skin cancer. And like there's just a toe cancer guy. He's been waiting for so long. He's like, God damn, there's got to be another one.
he gets one or two clients a year. He's like,
no.
He doesn't have a receptionist. It's just he just sits in his own reception phone, just day after day, just like playing fucking solitaire, watching movies and stuff. And every once the phone rings, God damn it! It's like somebody asked him to extend his warranty again. Another crank call. God, no, spam.
I'm so good at my job.
Come on, yeah, he's
somebody.
really good at it.
God damn it, another fucking hangnail.
He's always morally torn because like he wants to help people, but in order to help people, they have to get toe cancer first. And so he's like he has this dilemma of like praying for people to get toe cancer. Just please God, just give more toes to cancer.
I know I can
I'll
help
fix
him.
it. I'll fix it.
I don't care what piggy it is.
Right,
It could be the big piggy, the little piggy, the one who went to the market, or the one that stayed home. I know what I'm talking about.
Give him a fucking finger cancer. I can work with that. Any digits.
It's a long toe.
It's a skinny toe.
It's a skinny long toe. I got this.
It's a fucking arm toe. It's a skinny arm toe, and I can work with that.
Right. All right, I was gonna try to pitch merch, but I think I'm not gonna do it. Okay, we can't do it after this.
Badmagicmerch.com. Good stuff. Lots of it.
The best. No toes. Dumb Idiots listener edition today. But I do have some merch to pitch.
Oh.
So we can't skip over it. Because we have brand new Is We Dumb basketball jerseys, and they are fucking amazing.
Nice.
Take a look at it. So if you're watching the video version, Zach has brought it up on the screen. If you're not watching the video version,
silly.
It says dummies across the front. It reminds me, has the Boston Celtics kind of vibe to it.
Yeah, it does.
But you're the number 5. And
Jerry
it has
$5.
it has a $5 sign for Jerry $5. And then I can't zoom in far enough right here, but the DBL.
Yeah. The Dummy Basketball League?
Yeah, but what it stands for, it says like Dummy Basketball Association underneath it. and that's a part of the joke.
That's awesome.
Because obviously we're dummies.
And I'm stupid. What's the C stand for?
Captain.
Captain.
God damn it, dude.
I was never a captain.
Oh, fuck!
I was never a captain.
It's universal.
But
I had one.
I'm sure
how
you
come
did.
How come you didn't have one?
Because I wasn't a good athlete.
Oh. Maybe you could have been.
Maybe.
But you're too busy.
I've been born to different people.
Fucking studying arm toes.
Studying arm toes and fucking pillows.
The future of fucking pillows and arm toe cancer. Are you ready to get the show going?
Yes.
Get warmed up?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Zach, you know what to do, buddy. The very super most important starting question. This was sent in by dummy David. Or David.
David.
He did not have a phonetic. Would you rather have a pacifier in your mouth during all social interactions, or have to get out of your car and helicopter your ween after every stoplight or stop sign? And if you're a girl out there,
Yeah.
and there's a chance you don't know what helicopter your ween is,
Right.
you reach down there and you grab the ween and you just spin it in a circle.
Yeah.
Helicopter the ween. And you can do it freehand. Like you don't need a hand. Unless your dick is like super tiny. I don't know.
And I think if this was for women, it would have to be like, what the woman would have to do is you pop out of your car and you have a little helicopter propeller that magically pops up and is stuck onto your lady ween, onto your clit,
Yeah.
and you spin that around. So you're still doing a little spin move.
I
with
pictured
your,
like some sort of
with your
weird
groin.
like clam clap. We have to like grab the lips and put them out like flap them together.
I don't think is that possible?
I don't know. It's got to be. You could do a bunch of shit with a vagina.
I think it varies on the lady. So maybe-
Vaginas are universal. Like you can do a
they're
whole
universal,
lot of bunch of
but
stuff.
the size of the labia.
Oh, you could pull that shit out and clap it. Get out of here.
Do you want me to look that up real quick?
Yeah, look up a pussy clap and tell me
boy.
if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
But you're at work. The history on that computer,
Oh,
you're
man.
good. Like, there's no way you're going to stand out, Zach.
I love that Zach is like, I don't know how to anything about Bob Marley. But then you bring up pussy clap. He's like, I can look into that.
I'll look into it immediately. Thank you.
He's like, I'm not going to search for a fucking toe.
But
Put some fucking pussy clapping? You kidding me? 1 second, guys.
So spin your ween around at stoplights and
Stop signs.
or you have a pacifier in your mouth for all social interactions. So you can talk, but you're talking around a pacifier.
I picture you can pop it out. But
Yeah, like a
it's
little
there,
baby.
and you're sucking
Yep.
on it. But you go, that sounds good, Greg.
And I guess it would just be like the I'm trying to think of how those things are attached to babies, because there is the pacifier on it's been so many years now, attached to the little, like, not string, but
Yeah,
like
it's just a safety rope so it doesn't fall on the goddamn floor.
right. Oh, you just pin it on their,
just
their
pin it on the
onesies.
shirt, yep.
That's right. Okay. So I guess
Or
you,
their ear, like depends on how mean you are. Or their own lip, or their eye, or their eyelid.
or their eyelid. I was picturing it first like it's a necklace, like you have this thing wrapped around your baby's neck, and I'm like, that's dangerous. And I'm like, oh yeah, because it doesn't exist. That's dumb.
That's right.
There's a reason for that.
That's not how you do that.
That's not how you would do that. Okay, so pacifier or helicopter ween?
Which the helicopter ween situation.
That's going to get you in a lot more trouble. You're be a sex offender.
Sure,
You can't drive by schools.
Yeah, but deep down inside, you're not.
You're not, but
You
the
can
law
shake your
says
ween
you are.
around.
The
Yeah,
law
well,
says you
fuck
are.
the law. The law doesn't tell me what
Oh
to
my
do.
God. Check this out. In some states that have a 3 strikes law, you could literally helicopter your ween into fucking life in prison. Like if you just kept getting caught by like parks, schools, whatever, your rap sheet would be nothing but helicopter ween citations. And the judge would just have to keep escalating it. Like, listen, I know, I mean, the first time I did think you were trying to be funny, but this is the 3rd time in
This
a year
week.
and a half.
Yo.
Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah, this week that you've gotten pulled, that you've gotten
It's the
written
third
up.
time today.
They set up a sting operation specifically to catch you
In your helicopter.
helicoptering your ween, and you did it the next fucking day. So now it's a felony.
At the same stop sign.
At the same stop sign. Now it's a felony, and then it'd be like, he gets his, slap on the wrist, whatever for that. Jesus Christ, I just gave you a fucking felony a week
down
ago.
the street. I just gave you a fucking felony.
Now you're going to prison for a year. Now you have to register. And then pretty
God,
soon it's
man.
like, fuck, dude, you're in prison. I have to put you in prison for life. You have 27 helicopter ween violations at schools.
On his way to prison, the prison bus has to stop at a stoplight. And he's like, fuck. And he just jumps out the window and goes,
Oh my God.
told you. I can't not do it.
They take him, like, eventually, like, they think they're going to let him out on parole. He's been, like, 30 years in prison. And the fucking bus to,
There's a
like,
stop
to the
sign
parole
on the
hearing.
way out.
Yeah, there's on the way out. God damn it, Tom! Now you're back.
You don't know how this works.
You can't live
I
like
made
that.
a promise. Who'd you promise?
It's black magic.
But I do relay it back, and I don't know why, to thinking about us. We have kids, and you're driving them somewhere, and maybe
yeah.
it's the first date. So Kyler's going on his first date,
Right.
official date, or Pepper is going on her first date.
Yeah.
Going to the movies. You're praying to God. You're just like, God damn. And so you get in, or before you get in, they get in the back seat and you go, and Pepper looks at the date and goes, "You're gonna see some shit." What do you mean? He goes, "I'm sorry, but this is the way it's going to be."
This is my
you
life.
get in like, "You guys ready, kids? All right?" And like you're trying to time different stuff. You have
Yep.
a perfect route planned all the way to the AMC movie theater where you don't hit any stop signs.
Right. Only stoplights.
Then you catch one.
Right.
Catch one. You have to be like, "God damn it!" You just, get back in. I am so sorry.
I tried to picture.
I can't explain. I am so sorry.
In that situation, I pictured you trying to gun it. Like there's the lights, all of a sudden about to turn red, and you fucking gun it, but you don't make it through in time. And like the magic, the way it works, is, so then you have to fucking e-brake, jump out of the car, spin it around, get back in. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry about that. It's a thunderclap, and sometimes Daddy's got a thunderclap. Anyway, enjoy your show.
I picture you getting in so much trouble before the kids are at dating age. Like if it happened right now, you'd have so many angry. Like nobody would be allowed to come over and visit your kids.
Never.
Not you wouldn't be able to drive any of your kids' friends fucking anywhere. Because one time, and then you get that parent like, hey, yeah, my son said that you were flipping your fucking dick around at the stop sign. You did it 4 fucking times on the way to the basketball hoop.
Sir, I can explain. Black magic.
Sir, I have to. Oh, you have to. Okay. Well, I have to come to your house and punch your fucking head in.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I hope you don't hit any stop signs on the way there. Because if you're like me, you gotta whip your dick around.
You gotta whip your dick around.
You got big old circles. Big old circles, buddy. I've gotten so good at it, it makes a sound. Sounds like a whistling Nerf football.
That's actually the secret to getting a bigger dick is you just whip it around like frequently, so many times a day, every day, that it does just gravity or whatever centrifugal force starts to just pull your dick into like a bigger size, and pretty soon you just have this giant fucking propeller dick.
It's like pizza dough. You just whip it around enough, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Exactly.
I picture you spend your entire life going around cutting down stop signs. Like, so you just get to work.
Right.
Without whipping your dick out.
Always on the route, you need to take to work and cut down all the stop signs.
And then you have to hope you don't get caught, but then you have to make sure they don't replace them, or else you're always getting out whipping your dick around.
I picture you trying to find loopholes. I picture you like walking to work.
Yeah, that's it.
And you try and walk around a stop sign, and then all of a sudden, just the impulse, like you turn your back to it, go around, not facing the stop sign, and as soon as you cross some threshold, no!
What sound does that make? I could do it right now, but we'd get arrested. I know that you'd be okay with it. We've done weirder shit, but I'm not going to whip my dick in a circle right now.
Okay. Just because of all the crime, it would suck to have a pacifier in your mouth all the time.
Oh, it'd be terrible.
It would be terrible.
There'd be
no one would take you seriously.
Think about getting to you had the best. You were really good at your job.
Yeah.
You were the best at whatever the fuck it is. That's it. Guess what? You're going to be at the ground level forever because you have a pacifier in your mouth. Mouse doesn't matter.
Imagine a car salesman.
Sir, I can't do 6,000. What could you do?
Hey, so when are you guys getting the 22 Ford Raptors in here? We should be having it in here in a week or so. What the fuck are you doing? Sorry, it's just a magic thing I have to.
Sorry, it's better than helicoptering my dick at the stop sign.
What did you say? You heard me. Can you get any other sales associate over here? Sure, we're used to this.
Like, how cool do you have to be? Could you be Brad Pitt cool?
Yeah.
Where you could basically treat a pacifier as like a toothpick? Like where you're just kind of the cool guy that has a toothpick in his mouth? Like, I don't know. Like, how cool do you have to be to pull that shit off?
Right.
Or only go to EDM concerts?
Oh, yeah.
You fit in there. But again, career-wise, you're fucked.
You have so many relationships that end just after like the first few days. Like they think you're so mysterious and just different and cool. And then after a while, they're like, God, he never fucking takes it out. Like, what happened to that weird guy with the pacifier that you saw? He's really handsome and like cool style. Yeah, he just never took it out.
That was the problem.
Ever. He never fucking took out his pacifier.
And it says social interactions. So if you're going to a social dinner,
right,
you're trying to eat some food with a pacifier. That's a mess.
Take it out, eat it, put it back in. I feel like he's just constantly in and out.
Chewing it all together. Fuck that.
Definitely can't work on like a SWAT team.
But
can you imagine?
Are you kidding me? The SWAT team pacifier?
You kick in a door. Hey! Hands where I can see him!
You're coming with me, buddy! What the fuck?
Down to the ground!
I dare you to fucking test me!
So many criminals just laughing at you like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Come on. Or just like traffic cop, just pulling someone over. Do you, you know how fast you're going today? You think this is funny?
So I'm having a hard time.
You think this is funny?
I don't know. Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I'm very serious.
Okay, well.
License, registration?
Yeah, sure. Just fucking leave. I don't know. Here, fine me. Give me the fine. But then it comes down to whether you want to never have any friends again, or do you want to maybe go to prison?
Oh, you're never going to have friends again with a fucking dick twirling around.
Dude, that's very bold of you to make that assumption.
You can't go anywhere with your friends.
Again, very assumptuous.
I'm presumptuous.
No, assumptuous.
Assumptuous. Yeah. Very assumptuous. I am going to, they're both terrible choices. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do the pacifier.
Okay.
And it's going to fucking suck. Mm-hmm. But at least I don't worry about going to prison.
I'm going to whip my dick out because I like it.
Okay.
That's it. I want to see how far I can do it. I feel like there's more loopholes than we've thought about.
All right.
Like maybe like an umbrella, like some sort of pants crotch umbrella. You whip your dick out, but it's always covered.
Maybe.
Listen, I'm going to stick a pacifier in my dick hole for everything I've ever done. There's just ways to beat the system. I feel
that would
like.
be an interesting situation. Is if
when your dick is stuck on a pacifier.
Yep, exactly. When blah blah happened, your dick starts to suck on a pacifier. Because that'd be like a super cool party trick. I think the amazement people would feel would transcend the grotesqueness. They'd be like, "That's fucked up. You just whipped your dick out by a school," but that's the coolest dick I've ever seen in my life. Like it wouldn't be sexual anymore.
Is that dick on America's Got Talent? Or America's Got Talent? Because it should be.
Oh my God, your dick wins America's Got Talent. It just
and all it does over and over again is suck a pacifier. You get
standing
$1,000,000.
$1,000,000. You just wear different suits. You don't do any tricks.
Put a different hat on your dick.
Yep, little outfits on your dick. And like, oh my God, it's still doing it. It's fucking, look at that. It's amazing. Hey!
And with the $1 million, you can pay off all the or all the fines that you got whipping your dick out in public.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. Zach, show us your dick.
Or next segment.
Or it is gonna be next.
One of
segment.
those.
I'm gonna go with the latter.
Either show us your
my
dick
God.
or move us to the next segment.
Wow, what a cop out. I knew he was gonna say that, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Please hold.
Okay, holding.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I was just kidding about his dick. If you're watching the video, you're like, it didn't do anything. Audio, you're like, did you see his dick? We didn't. But
Nope,
I wish we did. All right, Zach, roll it. Thanks, bud. Let's share the story because this one is funny to me.
Okay, so Lindsay's really good about shopping online, and she shops for the kids and everything. And then I've gotten more used. I don't know why it took me a while just to adapt. Of just like grabbing things quick on my phone. Like if I need something, like gone are the days for most things where you have to like get in the car, you got to go to a box store, and you have to like shop around. You got to like try on different things, and then send it to yourself or whatever. You can just grab things quickly. And I'm forgetful. So I've been trying to just, as I think of things, just get them instead of like make a shopping list or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like if we need some, whatever. It could be toilet paper, it could be anything. Just like, just grab it right now. So the other day.
I'm helping.
I'm just getting some stuff done. And the other day I'm like, I haven't gotten myself any new shirts in a long time, like t-shirts. And I'm like, I just want a couple new t-shirts. I end up wearing a lot of Bad Magic stuff, which is awesome, but I also don't want to come across like the fucking weird narcissist who only wears his own shit.
Yeah,
that's weird to me.
That. Yeah, going to the coffee shop.
Yeah,
like,
I feel weird.
What's the name of the thing you do? I'm wearing it.
I'm wearing another shirt.
Hey, look, it's my face on the shirt I'm wearing.
I do always think of like a band, like if you saw Eddie Vedder in every fucking picture, he's wearing a Pearl Jam shirt.
Exactly.
It's like, dude, we know.
We got it.
So I love music, and I thought I was like, I wonder if there's a I've been trying to find like before it was Stevie Ray Vaughan, but then this day I was like Steely Dan. I was listening to a lot of Steely Dan. Make fun of me if you want, but you know what? Fucking critically acclaimed. So, they've made some of the Rolling Stones, best 500 albums of all time. Won some Grammys. Very good. So I was like, I want to get a Steely Dan retro concert tee. I was like, cool. Found the site that has it. And I'm like, I get it in my little cart. And then I want a Aha, because whatever, I like Aha. Aha t-shirt.
A little hard to defend that one, but
I know. Harder to defend. I will say, Norway's most successful band of all time, commercial as far as record sales.
I love, me. If they're goddamn, you gotta give me Catchy Bop.
Right.
I'm down.
It's good.
I love Catchy Bop.
And then I Hall & Oates, because fucking Hall & Oates. And so I was gonna get those 3 shirts, and then I panicked, like in my car. I'm like, wait a minute, what size am I? And I put XL on all the shirts. And then sent them to myself, and I'm excited to get them. And then Lindsay later is like, I was telling her about these shirts, whatever. She's like, yeah, I saw the email come through. She's like, why did you get XL? And I'm like, well, because I wear XL. And she's like, you've literally never worn an XL t-shirt. And then I remembered, I'm like, oh yeah, I never have done that, like ever in my life. I've wore XL and sometimes even double XL. Like button ups because they size differently, just the way they fit my frame. But if it's if it's a t-shirt that has some room, the XLs are always too long on me.
Yeah.
And what's fucking annoying is like as I'm debating whether, and I did have a moment of like, wait a minute, am I large or extra large? If I would have just literally grabbed, I was wearing a fucking graphic tee, as I do almost every day of my life.
Like the only excuse is that you were camping and you had no clothing.
Right.
You're like, what did I wear again?
I could have just looked at the tag in the mirror that is and there's a mirror where I ordered it for my desk. If I stand up, mirror. I could have stood up, grabbed this. Yep, large. Like I've always worn my whole fucking life. And I'm like, I'm stupid. I don't know how else to. There's no other excuse. I'm just fucking dumb.
I love how you were like, there's a mirror right there. Like you couldn't just like twist your shirt.
Or I couldn't do that. But that's just the laziest, dumbest shit.
It's like, listen, I didn't have an observatory microscope or a telescope.
I'm starting to add up a series of life events. Wore the wrong shoe size for 20 years. Can't remember the size of shirt he'd worn his whole adult life.
Wrong size head on your body.
Wrong size head on my body.
As they say.
But like
wrong size mouth on my face.
But all these things, I'm like, I'm a mutant. I'm a fucking dumb mutant. I don't know how else to rationalize it anymore.
Oh, God, that killed me so much. I loved it. It's textbook dude. This textbook dude stuff.
Just so.
You're like, yeah, just get it. They're like, wait, what?
What?
Like, why the fuck?
Right.
Why the fuck are you ordering 13 spatulas? I don't know. I didn't know we had any.
I did that the other day too. I didn't order a bunch of 13 spatulas, but my little quick ordering thing, I wanted some Cetaphil face wash for when I'm traveling, a little travel pack.
Yeah.
I thought I read the ounces right. And I didn't. I don't know what the fuck I did, but I know that we had a box of a whole bunch of Cetaphils come to the house. They were all way too big.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I do feel like constantly where I'm like, I keep telling myself that I'm not a stupid person, but then life is like, I don't know. What about that thing?
No, it doesn't check out.
What about these two things you did today?
Listen, it's like life whips out like a receipt.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like, let's take a look here.
It'd be so long. One of those cartoonishly long.
Like Santa's wish list in a 60s
I'm like, okay, you don't have to read all of it.
Well, it says here, adjust the glasses.
And then the TV show, it'd be like a montage. It would cut like 90 minutes later. Day 2. Oh, come on. And then
I'm trying.
Right.
Look at I'm trying, Santa.
No, I'm trying.
I've been naughty or nice, but I'm fucking trying. I'm trying as hard as I can. God damn it. Fuck.
If I was blind, people would have sympathy for me, but I'm just fucking stupid.
I hope for Christmas you get a bunch of wrong size t-shirts.
God.
Just huge. I don't even know. Quadruple X?
I don't even know anymore.
Or schmedium, like I wear.
But I love that I was like, in my head, I'm like, no, we're XL.
I don't know. That seems about right. Did you do a little like a check? Like you're sitting at the pooter and you like look down at yourself. You're like, yeah, it's about an XL.
I feel like I'm an XL size.
Look at me.
And it is kind of weird that I was like, oh yeah, just in t-shirts, just the way t-shirt. But whatever. The point is, I've always worn one size and I ordered the wrong size.
You have the whole time I've known you.
Yeah.
I've like whenever I have to like get shirt size and stuff when we're ordering stuff.
Yeah.
I get you a large.
Everyone else
knows what shirt.
my
Everybody but you knows what shirt size you wear.
I feel like I could be in some weird, like if I was kidnapped or whatever, and they're like, okay, you have to answer these 5 basic questions, and they're going to get your freedom back.
E equals MC squared. You nail it.
Right. I nailed some formula.
Black holes. Shirt size.
Fuck! Oh no!
What's the? Oh man, that was Search for the Holy Grail, right? What is your favorite color? If you try to cross the bridge, that was Holy Grail, right?
Yeah. Oh God, I haven't seen that in forever. Yes. Yes. Yeah. When the things fall apart on the little bridge.
Yes.
Yep.
He ends up launching them.
Yep. I was thinking about like how you see yourself in your kids. And Kyler is so like me in so many ways. I'm like, oh, you poor bastard. Because his interests, he'll know like a lot about something so obscure. He'll know a lot about like 19th century Norwegian romantic composition. Like as far as like classical music, he'll like list off 4 fucking composers.
For a certain decade.
Yeah, for a certain decade.
But not beyond 1830.
Right. But then if you're like, hey man, did you order that alarm clock I've asked you about 75 times in the last 4 weeks? Oh, shoot. Sorry, I forgot.
What's a phone?
What? How do I? Oh, yeah. And he doesn't like on all the basic things. He's like, hey, can you help? He doesn't know like, I picture him standing in front of a door. Wow. I know there's a key.
We have to go.
I don't know where.
We have to go.
He's just throwing the key at the door. I think it goes in the door somehow.
He's knocking?
I don't know. If I knock enough times, will the key somehow work with the door? But like all those, and then I'm like, holy shit. That was my family like, And it's funny, like all their jokes about me growing up, I'm like, yeah, whatever. You guys just have to find something to joke about. Okay. And I'm like, oh, they were on the money. They fucking nailed it.
They nailed it the whole time.
I was the absent-minded professor my entire childhood. And I'm like, accurate.
Better to be that than fucking something else.
I don't know.
Some know-it-all.
Right? I guess.
Right?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, hold on. I got something for that. Hold on. All right. Now I feel better. Hey, you want to hear from some of the dummies?
Sure.
Okay, let's read.
Dumb. Dumb, dumb. Dumb. Dumb, dumb. Idiot.
I can't tell you how pumped I am.
Yeah.
I didn't mention this out the gate, but right now, at the time that we record this, when it comes out, it's going to cool down like maybe mid-90s.
Yeah.
But right now, it's fucking 110 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. So if you thought the studio was hot before, what we're dealing with right now, nice and toasty.
I did crank the AC this morning. I feel like it's not fighting it off
It's broken.
total, but it's a little better.
We'll reconvene. Give us a half hour.
Why do giant air conditioners have to like make a sound that we don't want on our podcast? We sacrifice for the sound.
Do you want this sound
plug
behind
off?
everything we do? Or
Yeah.
do you want us to die? Which I feel like they'll be like, man, die.
Probably die.
Probably die. What?
Good episode.
You kidding? What you have to fucking ask?
That'd be an exciting podcast episode.
It'd be the best.
If one of us died and we just released the episode.
And you just kept going?
And he kept going. I'm like, well, I guess I'll fucking finish it myself then.
That's a bummer, but
Wow.
we're at 49 weeks straight. Can't quit now. Okay, so Dumb Dumb Idiots listener edition this week. Let's get into some of the stories. Our first story is coming in from Dummy Adam. And he writes, "Hi, Fred and Barney. I'm writing in today to tell you how much of a dummy my dad is." Oh, this story is so funny.
Okay.
About 15 years ago, he was a pizza delivery driver. One night, he had to deliver pizza in the rain, but at the end of his shift, his shoes were soaking wet from walking up the wet driveways all night. So when he got home late, he decided to put his shoes in the oven to let them dry and didn't bother to tell anybody. As he seemed, didn't think there was anything wrong with it. It was a totally normal thing to do. The next day, after I get home from school, my mom calls to tell me to preheat the oven so she can cook as soon as she gets home. So I turn it up to 450 degrees and proceeds to walk back to my bedroom,
Light
the
those
opposite
shoes
side
up.
of the house. About 20 minutes later, I realized that the rest of the house is filled with black smoke and this awful burnt rubber smell. I quickly turned off the oven and went
that's
outside
great.
while the house cleared out. After all was said and done, and my parents were home, we opened the oven to find my dad's shoes half melted through the grates. The house smelled like burnt shoes for weeks, and I don't know if I've ever seen my mom that mad ever since. To this day, I never turn the oven on before checking inside first.
For shoes.
Because apparently sometimes dummies leave their shoes in there. I love all the Bad Magic content. Is We Done with my new favorite podcast. Keep up the good work, Adam.
That's awesome.
I
Thanks,
love
Adam.
those irrational fears.
Yeah.
They crack me up. Poor Adam.
Yeah.
I don't know how old Adam is.
For the rest of his life,
rest of his
just checking
life.
ovens for shoes.
Before he cooks anything, he's like, "Are there shoes in here?"
I picture him telling his kids that. Hey, set the oven to 400 degrees. I'm going to be home in about half an hour. Hey, listen up. Before you go set that oven, check for shoes.
You know what I always say?
Check for shoes.
I always say.
That
What does Daddy always say? Check for shoes. Check for shoes. That's right. Love you. I'll be home in 5.
That just carries over into non-oven areas of life. Like him and his friends are about to do some like little cliff jumping into the water. Hey, did you check? Dad, come on. Get your snorkel gear.
Listen, I didn't know. How do you know?
Get your scuba mask on. Swim down there. Check for shoes. I don't want you jumping into the water, breaking your neck on some fucking shoes down there. Could be a whole pile of shoes in the bottom of that
Just
lake.
everything. Like, listen, he has a daughter. Adam has a daughter. He's like, listen, I know when you get in your car at night, I need you to look in the back seat and check for shoes. Dad, just trust me. Always check for shoes in the back seat of your car.
He's asking about their sex life. You guys use protection? You guys checking for shoes? Dad, I don't even know what that means. Listen, are you checking for shoes? Yes, okay, I guess we're checking for shoes.
Oh, fuck.
He becomes like when he's in the senior citizen center. He's in some like center for dementia. He's kind of slowly losing it, and then he's just shoe guy. This is Adam over here. We call him shoe guy. Why is that? And he just pops out the door. Check for shoes.
Check for shoes.
He'll ask you about. I don't know.
shoes.
He'll demand that about 75 times a day.
He's at the mechanic. He's like, listen, I think something's wrong with the AC, but I'd also appreciate it if you can check for shoes. I'm sorry, what? Please, you don't understand. You have to check for shoes.
I picture some doctor going over some charts with him, and they're like, and luckily it's benign. Here's where the tumor is. And he just stands up and says, hold on. Do you guys check for shoes? Now, is that a shoe in the portion of my lung? No, that's the tumor. Are you sure? But you're sure it's not a shoe.
I see some laces. Look at that. I see some laces. It's a double knot. I see a double knot shoes in my lungs.
Back at the retirement center I made up, he's having I picture some orderly in front of him just going through his pudding with a spoon and everything, and someone else what's that guy doing? He's got to check for shoes.
No shoes, Adam.
He's worried about choking on shoes.
He's going through the buffet and every single thing has to be checked for shoes. Chicken strips, fucking mashed potatoes. You won't take a scoop till you check for shoes.
Picture him before they send him to the home. His grandson is going to take a bite of mashed potatoes, and he just fucking slaps it out of his mouth. No, you check for shoes. God damn, you could choke to death. And then his son's like, all right, that's it.
They could have strangled you.
That's it. We're taking you to the home.
You could have smoked out the whole
Oh,
thing.
why? Because I check for shoes? Because I care about saving lives?
Oh, my God.
Oh, that was great. That was fun. Thank you. Thank you, Adam.
I'm going to need 1 second.
Thank you, Adam.
I need 1 second. My glasses are full of cry tears. I love the idea of just being in bed. Just being like, baby, are you being safe? Yeah, I got a condom. No. Just check for shoes. What?
Why?
What the fuck are you talking
they're
about?
dangerous. They can burn.
We've been dating for 5 years. I've checked for so many pairs of shoes. You have to move on.
It's so
I
dumb.
can't. My dad always said.
My brain just keeps putting it in different
Do
situations.
you have a rubber? Oh shit! You mean the soles of shoes? Okay. Jesus Christ!
My God, I could keep putting him in situations for the entire rest of the episode.
God damn it, dude! Did you check for shoes?
Just sitting up in the middle of the night, fucking cold sweat. Where's the shoes? Just having the PTSD.
Oh fuck! Oh. That kills me. There's so many situations. Oh man. Okay, let's move on to the next story. Our second story is coming in from Dummy Don, who writes, Dear Fred and Barney, love the show, all of them. Dumb Creep Lizard here from Michigan. Airborne Infantry Vet and Union
Awesome.
Steam Fitter.
Awesome.
This story is amazing.
What was the name?
Don.
Don.
Yeah.
Thank you, Don.
Yeah, and thank you for your service. I was reading some content on the Secret Dummies Facebook group, the best content, and I saw a post about a person smashing their finger trying to cheat the mechanical system, and that joke will make sense later. So, of course, I have a story that it's gonna, about how I break most things that I touch. One day, my buddy, coworker, and I tried to loosen a particularly stubborn piece of steel pipe from a threaded fitting. No matter how hard we tried, it seemed like nothing was working. Sprayed in some PB Buster, heated up to cherry red, melted beeswax into the thread. Seriously, look it up. It's the best way to loosen anything. And every pipe wrench we had seemed to do absolutely nothing. So I had the brilliant idea to put a 3-foot pipe wrench on this piece of pipe and then put a 6-foot cheater pipe on the end to make, add more force to it. You can see a fulcrum, a lever, or a lever.
A lever.
Whatever you want to talk.
You can call it a lever?
Lever. I call it a lever.
I call it a lever. I didn't know you say lever.
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of overseas. It's a lever.
It's a lever.
Like flicking a pea with a spoon that you're holding further away, your finger is holding the spoon. The more force you get without changing the amount of effort you put into it. So my buddy is sitting on the end of our table so it doesn't go ass over tea kettle in our shop while I apply force to the end of the cheater. The force I am applying to me, I'm 6 foot, 235 pounds, jumping on the end of this cheater pipe roughly 8 feet away from the jaws of the wrench.
Okay,
so
really I can picture that.
Really
That's a lot of force.
Really adding some torque. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking, holding onto a support. I'm jumping up and down, literally jumping on the end of this thing 6 feet off of the ground.
Like God.
This is some crazy Super Mario shit.
This thing's on there tight.
Yeah. Well, after about 4 to 5 jumps, our 3-foot aluminum pipe wrench decides to snap right in the center. Not an easy feat. This thing, 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick. It's solid aluminum. So not only does this cause me to fall 6 feet on uneven gravel and on top of a cheater pipe while gashing the side open on the hanger on the support, But the more force suddenly leaving on one end of the wrench causes the jaws end of the wrench to loosen and flip through the air towards my buddy's head.
Holy shit.
Luckily, he put his arm up and deflected it. Seriously, super lucky because it would have caved his skull in and impacted into the side of the shop with enough force to dent the siding. We stopped what we were doing for
What
about
did he do
30
to his arm? Jesus.
Yeah, he just, deflected
I know.
it
I'm
off.
picturing it crushing his arm.
It must have just, grazed off.
Yeah.
Which is better than your face looking at it.
Yeah.
But an arm moving up, maybe just punched it like a baseball bat at the right time. We stopped what we were doing for about 30 minutes to reevaluate our lives and moved on with the job, but we both got to go home that night and tell our wives that one of us is almost died at work. We didn't tell them who. We still haven't to this day, but we is dumb. You guys are the best. We love the way you yell at Zach. Zach!
Thank you.
Show me your dick! And your content keeps myself, my partner, entertained at work every single day. And I have more stories from the time I met a guy with Andre Chikatilo tattooed on his arm to the time I watched one of my squad leaders carry a fake ass and his laptop to the shower hooch without a care in the world. If you guys want more stories, let me know. I got about a million more dumb stories than just this one. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for everything. You rock. Sincerely, Dumb Creep Lizard, Don Eddington.
Thanks, Don Eddington.
God, I can see that.
Chikatilo, hold on though, really quick. Chikatilo
Tattooed on his arm.
Somebody's arm.
Yeah.
That's pretty creepy. I mean, obviously for time suckers, Chikatilo is what is big deal? The guy like this Russian Ukrainian serial killer.
His dick was soft. Wow. And it wasn't hard, and he fucked up the world for it. That's the quick. If I wrote
summary.
the Wikipedia of Chikatilo.
That's like pretty crazy where it's like I'm fascinated obviously by serial killers, but if I was going on a date with somebody and they had a serial killer like tattooed on their forearm, I would be on high alert. Like I need an explanation here.
Whoa, buddy.
What is going on here?
But this situation of having this gigantic cheater pipe just reminds me of such a man thing. And I guess, sure, women could do it too.
Yeah.
But in a lot of my experiences,
tends to be dudes.
There's just a reason, I don't know what it is, we just don't go find the right fucking thing.
Yeah.
Either it means another trip back to the hardware store,
right,
or a trip back to the shop. We have to get the right tool to do the job.
Yep.
You try to find a way to do it, even if it's really a bad idea.
Yeah, really dangerous. You just get so goal-oriented and just frustrated and impatient.
You're fucking tired, you're worn out, you just want to do it and move on.
You truly lose any thoughts to safety and just just attack the situation in the worst possible way.
And I had a very similar lever situation when I was redoing our side yard. We had a side yard project that we're still working on to this day. But for the most part, like one of the biggest parts was ripping off this siding on the side of our garage that we were redoing.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of shingles, and then below that, there was a bunch of different 2x4s. The shingles were nailed through.
Sure.
And instead of...
You play plywood and stuff, right?
Yeah. So the demolition part was just ripping everything off.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I could get a lot of it done with a hammer, where I just reach it in there and just rip these shingles off, right?
Yeah.
I didn't need a crowbar, but I did have the crowbar nearby because I ran into this situation earlier on the wall of the garage where I needed the crowbar in order to rip this piece of wood off.
Yeah.
However, when I came across the exact same situation, maybe 8 feet down the line, I remember I looked down. It was hot. It was like 95 degrees. I'm working right in the sun. I looked down and I was like, I'm not going all the way over there. I'm not going fucking 8 feet for that crowbar. I'm just going to use the other end of this hammer and I'm gonna rip this, this 2x4 off the wall. And so I'm the pry side, like the side that you would take a nail and you put it behind it and you would rip the nail out. So now I've got that side in and I'm going to rip this 2x4 out of the wall. So instead of grabbing the actual tool where I could pull away from the wall, how it's fucking designed to rip something off, I have the hammer dug in and I'm pushing into the wall. And so I push as hard as I can, the wood loosens, and I Mike Tyson the fucking wall as hard as I can. Every single knuckle just exploded.
Ugh.
Just...
You're lucky you didn't break it.
Nice one. Fuck! Like, so mad.
Yeah.
And for the rest of the time, I'm working on it, and I go get the actual tool I needed.
Yeah.
But it just amped me up, and I'm using the right tool to rip everything else off from there. Blood is flying all over this cedar wood.
Yeah.
All over my face. My kids are scared because I'm screaming about the whole time.
That was intense.
Oh, it was terrible. It felt like I dragged my... If I was driving a car and then on the road, I was like, I'm just gonna punch the ground and just go whip and just lay my hand, just rip my knuckles off.
How much did your hand hurt later?
Oh,
when it set in?
Bad. It was bruised. It was bruised all the way, but it was not broken. It was not
That's
broken,
amazing.
but I punched it because I was bouncing.
Yeah.
You know, and then that final one, I was like, fucking, I guess, I don't know what I was thinking.
Just like trying to gorilla it off.
Yeah, that's why you don't do that. That's why there's a tool that's made for pulling away from the wall, like a crowbar, opposed to punching in with your goddamn hammer.
God, no, I've done so many stupid things like that too. When I get like, I'm working on something and it doesn't just, it can be so many different things. Okay, like my truck right now. I do still love my truck. And my F-150 has a little thing on the tailgate where you push in this kind of button, this little square, little square, and then it like comes out a little bit, and then you can pull out this essentially like a little step ladder to step into the back of the truck.
A helper step for like old people like you.
Exactly.
Okay. I just want to
helper step for old people. No, but if you don't want to
exactly. It's amazing. It is.
Yeah, it's so great. Like if you're carrying something into the bed, you don't have to try and like fucking hurdle your way into the truck or step on something else. You can just grab this one little handle thing that pops out.
Too. Like it's a you don't have to jump your ass out either.
Right.
You walk
Exactly.
Out,
Exactly. And so it doesn't go in all the way. I'm having trouble getting it to like stay in when I'm putting it away. And instead of like taking some time and looking at it, I just slide it out back again and I fucking slam it in as hard as I can. Just use all my force. Like, Rah! And then of course like I hear something like pop and then it's never been right since. Luckily it stays in because of gravity. It's up, but it'll like fall out and stuff like that. And it was so needless.
Right.
It's just because I didn't want to take 5 seconds, 10 seconds to like think about what could be wrong. Is something obstructing it? I'm just like slamming it as hard as I fucking can.
You know what? How about fuck it?
Yeah, how about fuck it?
But I do have to say, to our credit, I think a lot of this is due to the fact that sometimes when you hit something, it does work again.
Yeah, sometimes you get lucky.
Dude, there are countless amount of times I've hit electronics or machinery.
And you shook something back into place.
And it just works again. Like a weed eater. Yeah. I have punched and thrown a weed eater.
Oh God.
And then I grab it again and it works.
Okay.
And I'm like,
all right, worked.
Well, guess what? I found it. That is the unplug and restart of the weed eater world.
Right.
Like
sometimes forcing it can work.
Like you can't blame it entirely on us because sometimes it works.
Some things you should never try to force, like with firearms.
Oh yeah.
I did one a while back where I was taking some shell. I was taking the shell trying to take the shell out of this Mossberg 12 gauge. And I don't know what the fuck I did. I can't remember now. But I got the wrong size of shell. And I don't know if it was
some specialty sport.
I don't know if it was specialty 12 gauge or if I just randomly got like a 20 gauge or I might have gotten like just the wrong flat out side. I was grabbing multiple boxes and one of the boxes probably had the same look on the outside, might have been put in the wrong spot on the shelf. Sure. And I just was like, fucking whatever, grabbing 5 boxes of shells, here's this, good. And then I'm like, shit. Well, then I got it like stuck in there, and then rather than taking some time to figure out how to like take the gun apart and truly get it out, I just start fucking slamming it around, not pulling the trigger, but slamming it around, and then I get a screwdriver and I start hitting it to like knock it out of there. And luckily, I have a thought of like, oh, this is how people shoot themselves. You don't have to have the firing pin hit a cartridge to have it go off.
Oh shit!
It's any metal pin.
Oh shit! That's how bullets work.
This is exactly how bullets work. I'm trying to just fire a bullet without the actual fucking mechanism of a shotgun, and I'm about to blow my fucking hands off.
You know that little circle that's on the back?
You hit that hard enough with metal, and a bunch of little shells are going to come out the other side real fast. Or well, yeah, no, I guess that's what happened. It would go. I would say, or it could go back into you, depending on where you're setting the shell. But anyway,
that would be
nothing good is going to happen.
That's not your fault. If you set off a bolt and it goes backwards into you, you got a lawsuit.
Then you just got bad luck.
This did not go the way it was supposed to go.
Well, I was picturing it if the front of the bullet was like pushed up against something.
Oh, right.
The force of kicking off of that would shoot the back of that shell, that cartridge just right into you. And like, I don't know, rip a finger off or something.
Yeah.
So luckily I did stop, and then I just sucked up my pride and I was like, I don't know how to do it. And I don't know how to take it apart because I'm not that knowledgeable. Like I know how to fire guns, whatever like that. But I'm not one of those people that can like really take it apart and know all the mechanisms and have all the little special screwdrivers and everything. Yeah. But I know my stepdad does. And so I was like, whatever. And then
whatever.
Like, hey, I got it stuck in here.
Can you come help me?
Can you help me? And then
Danny put wrong size shell in gun hole.
And then he took 2 minutes and figured it out.
Did he slap you?
That'd be great. He just started, what kind of man? You disgust me. And then I go back to get my screwdriver. I'll show him. I can do it myself. Blow off my fingers. At least I'm a man.
Am I a man?
Am I a man now, stepdaddy?
Oh man, but I have there's that manhandle thing. There has to be more stories, and if you have one, please send it in to dumb@iswedumb.com because I would love to read about it. Okay, let's move on to our final story for the Dumb Dumb Idiots listener edition this week.
Yes.
It was sent in by dummy Brandon. Hey guys, love what y'all are doing. I don't know if he said it like that, but
Okay.
love all y'all do. I currently have a 2-hour commute to work, and you guys help me get home every day with tons of laughs. Anyway, here's my dumb story. When I was a kid, about 15, my dad was the pastor of a church in southern Indiana. And every Sunday, he let me go out to start the car to get familiar with it as I was about to start learning how to drive.
That's smart.
It was a 1983 Chevette, 5-speed manual transmission. If you remember that car, it's a little hatchback Chevrolet. Which I do. The one particular Sunday I went out to start it, another kid was starting his family's car. Little rivalry here. Well, as we sat side by side, I started revving the engine, trying to look cool. My dad always put it in neutral. This particular day, he forgot. I let out the clutch, and the little car bolted forward, slamming into the church. I still had my foot on the gas, so it dug 2 deep ruts of gravel where the back tires are. My dad was in a meeting, the church officials, and they all came out to find me sitting in the car, embarrassed and, hamming it up like I was injured. I had no idea, what exactly had happened. I was so embarrassed, and it was so embarrassing. And guys, it shows, the height of the coolness. Murphy's Law will bite you square in the ass if you let it. Hope you guys got a laugh. Keep on bringing the dumb. Your loyal listener, Brandon. P.S. I am a guitar player and builder. I would love to hear Dan and Joe do some dueling guitars.
Oh, that's cool.
Can you... episode 50. Ding, 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 ding. Those early days of driving, though.
Early days of driving, and then just before we comment on early days of driving, I wish I could see a tally of all, we've talked about this, I think, before here, but of all the casualties, like injuries, everything that have occurred from dudes trying to look cool. In the billions. So many accidents, deaths, dismemberments, like people losing arms and everything. And like, how do they do it? They're trying to look cool.
I bet you that goes across the whole animal kingdom, too.
Right. Just male animals.
Like, a leopard is like, look at me. I'm on the highest branch. Oh, fuck!
Right. Whoa! Snap. Fucking break their neck on the bottom. Whoa!
Right.
Brad the leopard.
Yeah.
And then, yes, like early driving accidents. Oh, my God. I had a couple. I had one that was maybe 2 nights after I got my driver's license.
Okay.
Went to a party I wasn't supposed to be, and then coming down the road back home from the party on this like up towards Seven Devils, up around Riggins, Idaho. Coming back down this dirt road, just going too fast. Hadn't driven on a gravel road ever before. I didn't do driver's training. I don't know why.
How the fuck did you get your license?
I had to wait till I was 17.
Oh, you just waited? You're like, I'll wait this out.
It was a weird thing because I moved from Nevada to Idaho, and like you got it once a year, this option, and I just missed the window, and then whatever, and then my parents like didn't take me to fucking train.
We just find out you still don't have a license to this day. Right. Like, I don't know. I just never fucking got it.
But I think my dad took me like a few times when I was like young. But then looking back, it's insane that they never were like, hey, we should probably like sit in the car with you and just fucking teach you how to drive. They was like, nah, just fucking, now you get a license now, so I guess you can just go drive.
Figure it out or don't.
Figure it out or don't. And then slid off into the road, had to get pulled out. So that was one stupid thing. And then not long after, there was a flood around Riggins, like really high water, all this rain, and there was all these gully washouts, and the little salmon got so big, it actually took out a few bridges.
Okay.
And like knocked out, and like it really messed things up in the in between Riggins and New Meadows, Idaho.
It's a big bridge. Yeah, like that's a high water.
Yeah, it's high water because it was like slamming things into the base of some of these little bridges.
Yeah.
And just ripping out their bases and collapsing them. Like it was insane. And then there was so much water. Things were like, melting. The way time of year was like early spring. So there would still be like, there was snowpack melting fast. There was rain, all the things. Ground was really loose. And I was just checking out the damage in between, like from where we were in Pinehurst, this one little section in between bridges that were knocked out, and checking out the damage. Or no, I guess there wasn't a bridge knocked out on the other side, away from Riggins. You couldn't get to Riggins, but you could get the other way towards Boise. And I'm going in that direction, and all of a sudden I see this big turnout, and I had it messed up in my mind. I had it mixed with a different turnouts. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty shallow. It's just a big flat turnout, and it's covered in water. I'm like, that'd be so cool to fishtail. And so I was like, guys showing off, but there wasn't even anyone around. I just thought it would be fun.
You're showing off for Jesus.
I was showing off for Jesus. I thought it'd be fun to fishtail. Like, yeah, check it out, Jesus, I did it.
Check it
He'd be
out.
like, oh, okay,
You like me,
that's
right?
cool.
You like me. I can do whatever I want, right? You still want to hang out
You
with me?
still love me. And so, but I do this crazy, I think I'm going to do a fishtail. I get in there. It's not the one I was thinking of. And it's pretty deep. It's like it sinks down. And it was about 5 feet deep. So I just sank. I just drove my truck out into this thing and then just fucking went down into the water. Had to climb out of the window. My whole truck was submerged in fucking water. Had to have it towed out of there. And then...
Did it work ever again?
It did after a lot of money that was more than I originally
Yeah.
paid for. I had to have the entire electrical system replaced, and it never worked well after that. It was fucked up forever after that.
Yeah.
So many electrical problems. But right after it happens, this Boise news crew happened to be coming through, and I told them what happened. And then finally, when I'm able to get back into town later, my mom is asking me what happened, and I lied because I was so embarrassed, and I'm sure I just didn't want to get in trouble.
Right.
I told her a different story, and she's like, "Are you sure that's what happened?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I just, it was crazy. I just, slid off the road. It was just, everything was so chaotic." She's like, "You weren't just trying to do like fishtails off of the bank?" And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Oh, you weren't just trying
Oddly specific?
to like, really weirdly specific?"
While you're listening to Motley Crue?
Right.
You're like, fuck.
Dr. Feelgood? Okay. And then she was like, "We watched the news." And I was like, oh my God. And so that's like still a joke in the family. I so fucking dumb. I tell the news people the truth. My grandparents, my mom watched the news.
You try to lie to them.
And then I try to lie to them and like, we literally watched you say what happened right after it happens.
That'd be like being like a celebrity in something terrible, some big scandal, and like TMZ reveals it before you get home. You're like, fuck. And you're like, no, I promise. Like, I just watched it. I just saw you. You're fucking helicoptering at the stop sign.
right.
Like, what?
No.
I would never do that.
Woo, 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 woo.
You're like, fuck yeah. Black magic. It's like, what the fuck? You're like, okay,
We
fine.
literally just saw the TMZ footage.
Okay, well, fine. I'm sorry. I'll keep it straight.
I've done plenty of dumb things.
Mine, super short.
In cars.
But I was probably 13. My dad finally let me drive the car home from Haley.
Wait, 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we got our license at 15.
Okay.
So we're practicing.
Yeah.
But like right when I turned 15, I had my fucking license. Like
Wow.
full blown,
Nice.
no one in the car. That's just
Get
the way
outta here.
Idaho was back in the day.
Yeah.
So I was not on the highway. There's this back road that went from Haley to Bellevue. It's called Broadford, which is like, it's way slower. It's a complete back road. If you're down in the valley, it's 3 miles, but it's off the main road. Like no one's fucking out there.
Okay.
So my dad was going to let me drive home. And I was fucking pumped. And I did an amazing job. I killed it. I followed all the things. I did great turns.
Yeah.
Great turns, great brakes. Great gas and great brakes.
Okay.
And then we cut across the street, and my home was right across from Broadford. So we made it across Main Street, made it all the way home. I pulled into the driveway, and my dad was just telling me, he goes, you did a really good job. You did a great job. And then I gunned it and ran through the fucking garage door.
You didn't have it in park.
No. Nope. I reached down. I don't know what I did. Instead of pushing brake,
You're so happy with how well you did.
right, brake to shift, I just pushed gas and garage door.
Just fucking took it out.
Punched it out. Yep. The car was fine. The car was not bad, but I definitely
you-
mashed the garage
Those aren't
door
cheap.
off its frame.
Yeah.
My dad. I remember my dad was
That's
like,
over $1,000.
"Oh, no!" Like
Yeah.
just like huge.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh!" Fuck." And like
Yeah.
luckily I caught it. And I didn't punch it all the way off, but I punched out the bottom right of it. It was
Okay.
enough to cause a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
I remember being super upset. And I want everyone to know, be proud of me. I haven't ran into a garage door since.
Good job.
Thank you. I think that's a big
I
deal.
think you did a really good job.
Thank you.
You just stop driving and drive more.
He hasn't driven since then.
I walk. I walk. That's how things go now. Okay, let's just take a quick look at the dumbest thing I was able to find this week.
Okay.
Because we call that apocalypse pending.
It's the apocalypse.
And this was sent in by dummy Anthony.
Anthony.
And we're going to go pretty quick with it because it is what it is.
Oh, okay.
So a hospital COVID worker sentenced for stealing dead patient's bank card to buy vending machine snacks. Does that make sense
What?
to you?
Can you read that again?
I'll just read the rest.
The headline?
Okay, headline. Hospital COVID worker sentenced for stealing dead patient's bank card to
Okay.
buy vending machine snacks.
To buy vending machine snacks.
So a British healthcare assistant who purchased soda, candy, and potato chips with a dead patient's money in January was convicted of the crime earlier this week, but has managed to avoid prison time, according to Yahoo!
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
I do.
Minutes after 83-year-old woman in her care died on January 24th, 23-year-old Aisha Basharat, an employee of Heartlands Hospital in Birmingham, England, stole the woman's bank card to buy snacks.
In Birmingham.
Closed circuit TV footage caught her in the act of making 1 pound,
Yeah, 1 pound.
Contactless purchases at a nearby vending machine. According to the Belfast Telegraph, she made additional purchases that evening and tried to make even more 2 times in the next 4 days. But then, however, the card had been declined. But you fucking kidding me?
She didn't use it for much.
I don't care.
Yeah.
What she should have done here is just don't.
True. Just don't. Absolutely just don't.
She should have been like, hey, you know what I should do right now? I'm really hungry. I could ask some friends for money.
Yeah.
Or I could just use my own money.
Right.
Because I'm a fucking nurse and I probably have a little bit of money. But instead, I'm going to steal from this patient who just died and hope for the best. How about just don't?
Sadly, I understand the logic.
I knew you would.
I was like, well,
You don't need it.
Yeah, you're not gonna fucking spend it. I don't see you eating a lot of fucking snacks going forward.
Your will's already written. I'm not in it. Right.
I checked your
Are
will.
pistachios in your will?
Right.
No, they're not. So, did you say nurse get Snickers? No, you didn't.
I can see rationalizing it too, where it's like, oh, seriously? Like at the inheritance, session, they're gonna be like, well, you were gonna get this fucking 2 packs of Cheez-Its, but your nurse took it. Right. Like it's not gonna affect anybody's life that much. But also, just don't.
Right.
Because
exactly.
this is a good example of risk not worth the reward.
100%.
You're risking prison time
for $3,
and you're risking
some fucking Skittles.
Yeah, and you're risking throwing away your whole fucking career in that industry. No one's going to hire you again because you had to get some fucking Skittles and didn't want to pay for them. That's so, yeah. On that
so
level,
petty.
I understand the logic, but so stupid.
And I have to say,
Yeah.
it wasn't covered in the article. Maybe sorry. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
She died.
Sure.
I don't know what happened. I probably could read the article and find out, but I'm not going to. But maybe she was a bitch.
Well, there's
Because
that.
there's a lot of patients that are so fucking mean to the nurses.
Yeah.
She's gonna spend your money. She's gonna buy some peanuts.
But even then, it goes back to that risk versus reward.
But in this case,
But get the impulse. Like,
I
yeah.
get the impulse. It's like, listen, you shit on me and told me I was worthless. Guess what? Reese's Pieces.
I'm gonna get some snacks, you dead bitch.
Some snacks, you dead bitch. You check for shoes?
I just picture her fucking enjoying them, just staring at her dead body in the bed. Oh man, these fucking so good.
Like she could
Peanut butter M&Ms.
She could like pour more medicine in the drip. She just puts like caramel in there.
Oh, before she's dead? That's how she kills her?
Dripping chocolate in. He's like, now what? Don't do that. How about fuck you? You paid for this. You just killed yourself. All right, that's dark. All right, let's take a look at One Star Heroes. You ready?
I'm ready.
I get no respect in real life. Always am upset, so I let them know I hate them on the internet.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of music do you want? Upbeat? Groovy?
Groovy.
Okay.
So this comes from dummy Samantha Clark.
Okay.
Partially. Samantha Clark inspired. We're talking about donuts today.
Okay, let's talk about some donuts.
We're going to talk about some donuts. Samantha Clark sent in Moonrise Donuts reviews, and they're out in Covington, Kentucky.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh yeah, I love some donut places around here. I added Davis Donuts.
Oh, I love Davis Donuts. We've been there a handful of times.
Yeah. You and I have been to Davis Donuts. Okay, so we're going to start with petty donut reviews, 1 stars at Davis. And they're not the highest rated donut shop in here. I think they're some of the best donuts in the area. I think they're really good.
Just old school. Like they're not gonna doll it up for you.
Yeah.
Anytime soon.
But
That's
they have
for
like,
sure.
Plenty of variety. They've always been nice when I've gone in there. I've been in there a ton of times. 3.5 stars, out of 36 reviews on Yelp. And I do feel like they would have a much higher rating if it wasn't for just douchey 1-star heroes.
Okay.
So we're just going to do a few of those people here. Here's Amy S., Post Falls, Idaho. And this wasn't that long ago. This is back in February 2021. I find it rather ridiculous to claim a lot of misspellings here. I know I can make plenty of misspellings too, but when it's somebody being shitty and they're spelling things wrong left and right,
You gotta spell correct.
it's hard not to pile it on.
You gotta be a respectable asshole.
Right. If you want people to take you seriously. I find it rather ridiculous to claim to be a donut shop, yet have very few donuts on a Sunday at 1:30. I went in looking for a chocolate old-fashioned donut. They're very popular, and most donut shops I've been to run out, if those often. Okay?
Nailed it.
But when I came into Davis today, not only are they out of chocolate old-fashioned, chocolate buttermilks, and all old-fashioned donuts, but they have no intention of making more, and they are open until 10 p.m. I couldn't even make myself buy the one donut I decided to settle for because this girl at the counter was kind of rude, didn't even act like she gave a crap at all. I said, I'm not buying this. I'm really disappointed with Davis Donuts right now because these people make the best donuts in town. Better than Gross, Donut House, Krispy Kreme. But 8 out of 10 times that I come here, they don't make enough of the most popular donut in the country. So they are out most of the time. Why? Yeah. Why can't these donut shops get it through their fat heads that if they run out of something every day early, then maybe you should make enough? If they didn't make the best donuts, I would never come here again, never ever. So great donuts. If they have any, but crummy service attitude and a hint. I don't even know what that's supposed to be.
No hint.
No hint. And no hint of finding a solution to this chocolate old-fashioned donut shortage in this town. Thanks a lot, Davis Donuts. They're so fucking worked up about chocolate old-fashioned donuts.
Hear me out. You're watching C-SPAN.
Okay.
And they're talking about some big shit. They're making some huge changes. And then she comes on and she goes, listen. Most popular donut in all the country. And no, Davis Donuts don't make enough of them.
Right.
Excuse me, ma'am. Got the donut like my favorite donut. And they're open all night. And don't have the donut I want. Ma'am, get the fuck off this. Who let her in here?
Exactly.
But they're so tasty and good. I would go somewhere else if they weren't the best in the world. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
They're just,
how big of a dilemma do you think this is?
They're so sick of seeing Amy S. at the city council meetings in Post Falls. Like those public access when you see the people and they're like dealing with some stuff like, listen, we got a heat wave right now, and somebody's like,
the sewer plant is collapsing.
Sewer plant's collapsing. We got to get air conditioning to people. We got to have some kind of emergency situation set up. People are dying.
80 people have died.
80 people have died. It's not going to get better. The heat's going to last another week, and then just Amy's in the back, just fucking pacing,
shuffling her papers.
Yes, Amy, you're going to be next. The chocolate old fashioned are the most important in the country, and they don't have any. I know, Amy. Every fucking week it's the donuts with you. Now we're trying to save some lives. I guess you don't give a crap at all about not having donuts at 1:30, most popular in the country. Amy, sit down.
Why don't you go somewhere else? Why would I go somewhere else? You have the best donuts in town. Fucking Amy, calm down. Amy, call me.
And I love useful, funny, cool. Just one person clicked on funny. That's pretty funny, Amy. You know that Amy wasn't happy about that. She doesn't think it's funny. No. So I just love getting so angry. And there's a theme emerging here that I'll hit on later.
All right.
About this thing about like, why don't they make more donuts?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so this next one, Jennifer T., Billings, Montana. This one cracked me up.
Oh, geez.
This is from July 30th, 2020. Really just sad. I called and ordered a giant donut special for my husband's birthday. Called them and told them I was driving into town 2 hours to get it the next day.
Giant donut special sounds like something you order from like a whorehouse.
Right. Verified the spelling of my husband's name as Jake and got here and my donut says Jack. Asked them to fix it. Asked them to fix it and they smeared it off and spelled Jake. But now it's all smudgy and non-professional. It's very disappointing because I tipped them $5 and ended up spending $12 on donuts while we waited for them to originally bring it out. Now, and I am sorry for the crummy-looking pre-ordered donut. Not as sorry for the inconvenience of the drive and having a wrong, now crummy-looking cake donut. Not a let me buy your donuts or give you a coupon to come back. No acknowledgement, other than they did fix the name. So now it just looks like a 2-year-old wrote on it. Just sad, because of the time I didn't get it. I put it in a bag and nobody didn't care. And donuts and the quality of the donut and taste. When the situation with Adam made me never want to return. Super bummed. I just love fucking you lunatic. You put so much energy into this fucking donuts.
That's not a short drive.
But it's stupid of you to drive 2 hours. Right.
Like, there's got to be something closer.
Go to your fucking grocery store and they'll make you a donut.
And that's the difference between her and me.
Right.
That or people that I know that if they spelled the name wrong, I would still give it to them because it's even funnier.
It's funny.
Like, happy birthday, Dane.
Right. And just laugh. I verified it.
Like, I don't know. Here you go.
But I just love that
happy birthday, Joel. Like, it's like, it's funny.
And I love that she expects the people there to care that you're just another fucking donut sale to them. Of course you are.
Like, listen, I'm sorry.
They don't need random customers driving in from 2 hours to get custom birthday donuts. That's not their bread and butter. They're just selling it's a fucking 15-year-old putting that together. Happy birthday. This is like somebody's 50th birthday. And you want to like really go all out for them, and you put all your hopes and dreams on Dairy Queen
into a 15-year-old,
right? And then they ruin it. It's like, yeah, because it's Dairy Queen.
Go to a cake shop.
There are cake shops where professionals you would see on fucking TV specialize in this shit, and they're gonna charge you more than $12, but they're gonna put more time and effort into it.
And even then,
unrealistic expectations.
Even then, if they mess up the name,
still funny.
I'd still give it to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Zane! Just give it to Zach on his 50th birthday.
Oh my God! So, okay, one more for this, and then we'll go on to the quick, smaller ones for the next donut.
Okay.
This is Nancy H. Post Falls again. I think we did Davis Donuts early on, but these are newer reviews, by the way. I think that's one of our first episodes. These are recent. I visited Davis Donuts this AM as driving, but my child wanted a donut.
Jesus.
Okay. I came in with my child and my 89-year-old dad and purchased donuts, and after my purchase was made and my dad was taking his seat to eat his donut, the lady behind the counter told me, "You cannot eat inside because of your coffee from a competitor, as we are also an espresso bar." I had stopped at Jitters down the road and had a drive-through coffee, not planning on stopping in for donuts at the time. I did not respond to her a word, but quietly asked my family to leave. It was absurd and downright dishonest in integrity. As if this was their policy, then she should have told me. She told me to leave my office, leave my coffee outside prior to me making a purchase. If I had the presence of mind, I should have asked for a refund right then. I think most people, and moms like me, lead very busy lives these days, and in moments live their lives on the fly, such as grabbing a coffee here or a donut there, and I working 2 jobs as wasn't pre-planned that I stopped for a donut, having already gotten my coffee. I'm really sorry. I just wanted to do something nice for my child, and who asked at the spur of the moment. Davis Donuts obviously doesn't need my business. The short gray-haired lady working behind the counter today around noon on August 31st, 2019 needs to think hard about what she said to me today. And if that's your policy, get rid of it and get with the times in which you're living. Shut the fuck up, Nancy H.
Oh, God, yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Nancy. Get with the times you're living. You brought a competitor's fucking product into a restaurant. She could have been more relaxed, but you know what?
Sure.
I was thinking about this, and I love Michael D's near the studio.
Little breakfast place down the road.
Yep, there's another breakfast place right down the street. Jimmy's down the street. And this would be like, okay, if you 3 people in your party, and you go to sit down at fucking, Michael D's. 2 you order off the menu, and the 3rd takes out your to-go bag from Jimmy's and just starts eating. And then throw a fit when they're like, "Hey, that's a competitor. Do you mind not eating in our establishment?" Oh, I guess you don't have time for busy moms, and you can't live for the normal time. Get with today. No, you fucked up, Nancy.
No, man, you fucking took up their seats.
Take your lickings and fucking beat it.
You took up their seats. You took up their time. And you didn't give him the money.
Beat it, Nance.
That's how the economy works.
Exactly. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Okay, now here's Moonrise Donuts. This place, very well reviewed. This is the one that was sent in by Samantha Clark.
And where the fuck is this?
Covington, Kentucky. It's Covington, Kentucky. It's right near, if I'm not mistaken, Cincinnati, Ohio, right on the border there.
Right by Sunrise Donuts.
111 reviews, 4.5 stars on Yelp. And then if you go to Google, even better, 921 reviews, 4.8.
Killing it.
Lots of good stuff. The manager's very involved, the owner or whatever, getting back to people. I mean, really, really good reviews. But here's the ones that are not good. Alex Webb. Closed at 11, went there at 10. No donuts in sight. They said there was a 15-minute wait for their special tonight. No thanks. Now, I love that the owner, here's another theme, gets back to people always and can get so snarky. Starts off kind of light here. We open at 6 p.m. on weekends, and we typically sell out within 3 to 4 hours. It's unreasonable to expect the same donuts an hour before closing as those who come earlier. Yep. In addition, the wait for hot donuts is rarely over 10 minutes. So basically, just like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about, and you're lying.
Right.
Gets a little more aggressive with future customers. Ashley Davis. Had a very weird experience at this place. We had a large group here one night, and we bought a lot of donuts along with several milks and coffees. The manager came to the coffee station and was mumbling about how someone got a paper cup from the coffee station. He asked us if we got a cup from the station. Someone said they did, to use for their milk. The owner of the shop went nuts over a small styrofoam cup. We left the place because we were afraid he was going to get physically violent. Crazy visit. Last visit to this place. I do hope he gets help for this problem. Response from the owner. Moonrise staff has a very different recollection of this incident. Thank you for your business. Right. I love, that did not happen.
There's no fucking
way. Get
way.
the fuck out of here. Right. And based on the overall reviews, I'm saying probably didn't happen.
Yeah, and again, like thinking about how the likelihood that someone would get that mad over a styrofoam cup.
Doubt it.
Probably not.
Probably not. There's probably more to it. You probably are doing something else. I mean, maybe, but probably not. 2 more. Donnie Wolf, 1 star. My wife and I took the 2 grandkids here one night. We got blueberry donuts and milk. The donuts were pretty good, but our experience was horrible. There was a little coffee section where customers fix their own coffee with cups and sugar and cream. The kids needed a cup for the milk, so I picked up 2 foam cups from the counter. Man, you would have thought I robbed the place. The man that ran the shop rushed over and started berating me for giving 2 little cups for our milk. He didn't let up either. He kept on yelling and carrying on about the 2 cups. We finally left because he was acting like a total jerk. Donuts were just okay, kind of like a grocery store box donut. Definitely not worth the trouble of dealing with this out-of-control owner. And again, Moonrise staff has an entirely different recollection of this incident. Thank you for your business. The last one is the reason I picked this.
Going to places, in some places do charge you, in some places don't.
Yeah.
But I have
it's
to
up to them.
respect it. 10 cents for a cup.
Yeah, that's what they want to charge, then let them.
That's fucking it.
It's their rules.
Yeah, I guess I don't get a fucking water cup.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to get mad at them.
Now, before I agree with the response.
Or steal one.
Right.
And wait for him to fucking yell at me.
Right.
It's like, yeah.
Before I read the response on this one, I want to go back to the original theme. Greg Pfaff, P-F-A-F-F, Pfaff, 1 year ago, never have donuts in stock. I'm told they sell out within the first half hour of being open. Duh. Make more before you open. Seems like a simple concept to me. I guess they don't care. I'm told the donuts are very good. I think it must be a front for illegal activity.
Oh, Jesus.
I haven't been able to buy donuts there since they have been open. Now, here's the thing. Numerous people in reviews I didn't
Then wake up, Greg.
Yeah, almost all the negative ones are about, like, they don't have the donuts they want.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, and they act like, wow, how come you just can't make more donuts? As if these fucking people running these donut shops hate money. We want to sell some donuts, but not too many. Maybe they've done some math and they realize that the spoilage would just be a waste of a bunch of donuts to make 3 Greg Pfaffs happy. They would have to throw away 300 donuts and lose a bunch of money. Maybe, Greg, the people running the donut shops know more about donuts than you fucking piece of shit.
I want a small mansion, not a big one.
Right.
Why would I do a better job?
Right.
Why don't I sell more to people? That's crazy.
It's crazy. Now look at the response from the owner. You have no idea what you're talking about, and we do not appreciate your reckless comments.
Aye.
We have not sold out any days yet this week and have never sold out within a half hour. Get your facts straight before you go running your mouth.
I can start a gun
Yep.
clock.
But you are right about one thing. We do not care about your business. Please do not ever come here. You are not welcome. Go fuck yourself, Greg Pfaff. Lighten Greg
No
up.
donut for you.
No donut for you. You fucking dickweed.
Oh, man.
I
That
love
is
it.
funny. That's
So,
great.
So that's it.
That's great.
Lot
Just
of
so
donut anger.
Petty.
People putting way too much emotional investment in the donuts. And that thing, like when people like make these kind of nitpicky comments about small businesses, I always just think, have you ran one? Oh, no, you haven't? Then maybe shut the fuck
Then
up.
maybe you don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe you're just talking out your ass.
Because it might be harder than you think.
Right. Yeah. They might be thinking about things that you're not.
Exactly. All right, well, all the stupid shit, let's look
Yeah.
at something that's good.
Okay.
And then, Zach, you know what to do.
Sliver of hope.
So the nice thing this week was sent in by dummy Amanda.
Amanda.
Adorable duck uses his prosthetic leg for the first
What?
time. Waddles.
on,
Look at this
little
guy. While prosthetics for people are consistently growing in sophistication, it's less often we see investors apply equal effort to animals. It was all the way back in 2016, for example, that Derby the dog received his bouncy 3D printed front legs. Now, however, a duck named Waddles has been fitted with a new cool prosthetic leg, and watching me use it is just quacking adorable.
It looks so good.
I know.
They did a
What-
great job.
I mean, they're trying their best. But this has a
man.
little setup. We'll just fast forward to they strap it on
Come on, you can do it.
and watch.
He sees, feeling. He's like,
He sees it.
Whoa. Mallard.
Put it down. You got it, buddy. Oh, oh, he's
Whoa,
got
he's
it.
going. Yay, he's doing it. That's awesome.
That's like the coolest one ever.
Dude, he's like
That's awesome.
walking on it. Like,
Whoa.
Oh, I love it.
I love you, Waddles.
Oh, Waddles.
Oh, it's so cute.
How many people do you think have watched that video?
And what?
And then went to a restaurant and had duck?
Depends on what country they watched it in.
In France, probably quite a few.
Francis,
Oh my God, it's adorable.
Like, how much
hey,
was?
what do you have? I'm suddenly hungry for duck.
Right. Do you have any duck feet? Is it duck feet special this week? Nope.
That is adorable, though.
I know, and it does open the possibilities. It makes you think about. I mean, obviously, there's so much more beyond prosthetic legs for animals with 3D printing.
Yeah.
But that world is getting crazy.
Yeah, 3D printing is amazing technology.
And it's only getting more and more advanced. And as soon as they start figuring out these different materials to print with, oh boy.
I can't get my head around
We're
it.
going to be in for it.
But they have some gigantic 3D printers that could make like building material and like you could assemble like small homes.
Yeah, they have.
I haven't looked into it, so I can't wrap my head around what that thing looks like. That's that big.
It's giant. So
Yeah.
it's basically like God damn it. I want to say gyroscope, but that's not right. Like a compass type thing where it has a base in the middle and it bounces around with concrete and builds, and like within a circle, it builds the walls and everything in the home by just standing over top of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
But concrete, that's crazy.
Yeah. Or something like that, but it just prints these walls and it knows
We're
exactly
living in
what
the
to do.
future.
And it's like a week. It can build a house or something like that.
No way.
God, I hope I
think
didn't make
shit's
all
gonna-
that shit up.
It's just gonna get so weird. I would love it if you did it. I would love it if that was based on literally nothing but you just lying.
Or a dream.
Or just a dream.
I was like, oh, that's crazy. Yeah. No, and then they had, and it prints robots. And the robots will bring you duck feet. Just, you're like, what? Fucking.
You're like, yeah. No,
Jetsons.
They built it on like, okay, I know that there's this, you take a train way out in the desert and there's this Wild West town and they have like these brothels and they have like these robots that look real and you can have sex with them. And I'm like, you're talking about Westworld. No.
Never have.
It's 3D printing. And they make it and it's like, yeah, I think the houses are all built to like look, like historically accurate. Yeah, you're fucking Westworld. No.
No, you're wrong. And then Anthony, what's his?
Oh yeah,
God damn
Anthony
it,
Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony
he runs
Hopkins.
the 3D. He's the only one that can run the 3D. Yeah, that's definitely Westworld. No, it's not.
No, they use these. They have these little machines, like these 3D printer machines, where they like make bodies out of synthetic materials, and then they have like those little brain.
And some people
thing.
are cowboys.
And some people are cowboys,
And some people are ninjas.
Are bad guys, and then there's like Native Americans,
Samurais.
and there's samurais. Yeah, I fucking that's season 2 of Westworld.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I read an article.
I've been there.
Yeah, about Westworld. No, I didn't.
Okay, let's look at some weird shit online.
Okay.
Zach, will you play the next thing? Next bite.
The internet has all sorts of neat things. Anything you want can be yours. Let's take a peek, together, as a couple. To you, from internet.
Not a whole lot to say about this. It is sent in by Dummy Emily, and it just kind of grossed me out, and I figured we'd take a look at it. These are big hot dogs.
All right.
7 pounds.
Whoa.
16 inches long, 4 inches in diameter. You fucking kidding me? Look at these fucking hot dogs.
That's ridiculous.
Now, the kit includes, of course, one big hot dog, one big bun, and ketchup, mustard, relish. And in my
I
brain,
bet it
going
tastes
off,
like shit.
I mean, it's a popular thing. They talk about it.
That looks like shit, and that's coming from me.
Okay, that means a lot. Imagine this shit on a gas station roller. Break it.
I just picture like hot dogs. And I love a hot dog, but they're not known for like high quality meat.
What do you mean?
A specialty, like gigantic novelty hot dog. There's just no way you're gonna eat a whole bunch of that. Be like, oh man, I feel satisfied and just like I feel so good. Never felt better.
I'm gonna run a marathon.
God,
No,
time for that triathlon.
Never felt better. No, but this thing is $170. But people buy it for birthday parties. Has different gag gifts. But I didn't know this thing existed, and I figured that
All right, well,
people want to know that was there.
Man, you have to have it shipped to you too. I wonder what kind of like freeze refrigerated technology they're using for novelty hot dogs.
Giant
Top
novelty fucking 1.5 foot long hot dogs.
Right.
This next thing was sent in by Dummy Colby, and it's just a funny soap company. They just make funny soaps. This is Whiskey River Soap Company, but this is soap for introverts. It's unscented because seriously, you're not going anywhere anyway, or you're not going anywhere anyway. Soap for grammar police, smells like you're annoying.
And I love smells like you're annoying. They have the your, not the correct your.
You get it.
Yep, that's intentional.
You're on it. A true artist, smells like unemployment, combined with ramen noodles and high quality paintbrushes.
Combined with ramen noodles. Oh my god.
But there's some really fun ones, like the soap for the middle child, a largely invisible scent. Go ahead and dye your hair purple, no one will notice. But it's really funny, and it just goes on and on. I love the hipster one. Oh, this one here. So soap for hipsters, coffee, bacon, and craft beer. Smells just like your beard.
God, I like all those things.
And then writer's block smells like regurgitated ideas and probably a vampire. Come on, it's a bar of soap.
That's hilarious.
So these are, and again, we'll have the link in the episode description, but it just goes on and on and on. So if you're looking for a gift, if someone has
Those
a
are
birthday
really
coming up.
funny labels.
Yeah, very, very funny. So.
Oh, wait. What's Internet Troll say?
Internet troll smells like living in your mom's basement. Or so we imagine. Perhaps being a troll is a lucrative business. Nah. But there's some good ones. Broke ass musician smells like don't quit your day job. Yep, fame is always just around the corner. Lol, no, it's not. So that was really funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, if you're looking for a gift, that's going to be the episode description. All right,
Those
let's
are
hear from
fun.
some of our dummies. Okay, junk mail, go.
It's junk mail.
Our first piece of junk mail for today is coming in from Juliet. Hey, dummies, just listen to Photoshop Lips Lawnmower Mike Tyson. That's so funny. I love it. I just wanted to say I work in a warehouse that makes mattresses. The department I work for is the one that cuts the foam. We order huge drums of water-based lube, 466 gallons, and we spray it on those big knife blades that we use to cut the foam. We go through probably 2 to 3 gallons a day, plus or minus a football field. I get it. Anyway, just want to let you guys know that there is an actual use for the giant amounts of lube. Huge fan. Listen to every episode as soon as it's available, and it always makes my day. Thanks for the awesome content, Juliet.
Thank you, Juliet.
So I had no idea what you would possibly do with that lube besides like a porn set. So now we know. Next piece coming in from Dummy Josh. Hey, dumb shit fuck faces or Mick fuck faces.
Oh.
Coming off the tail end of hearing Joe's fuck my dick ass story in front of the geriatric woman. My girlfriend and I have 2 cats, and the younger one, a guy, loves to attack and occasionally hump the older one, a girl. She, however, doesn't care for it. So after one particularly assholey day on his part, I lost my shit and I yelled, I swear to fucking Christ! If you don't stop humping and smacking your sister, I'm going to skin you alive and throw you into the goddamn roof! And then I noticed that our front windows were open. And living on a pretty heavily foot-trafficked area, there was a decent-sized group of people walking right outside. Open my mouth, insert foot. Love you guys. Logan, suck my dick. Thanks a lot, Josh Maskoff.
Thank you, Josh.
Can you imagine? I love that. I love when you can start yelling bonanza shit,
Right.
and then someone's like, "Oh, this guy. Should I call the police?"
Yep.
And we have one final piece of junk mail. This is coming in from Dummy James. Hey dummies, well I laughed my ass laughed in my boss's face today, and here's the story. Like your previous dummies, I made the mistake of leaving you guys on while I'm at the shop. Mind you, it's usually loud, so I don't have to worry about people, listening to it.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about getting caught listening to it. Catching up on old Is We Dumbs, I decided on picking up the Cum Smoothie episode. So I'm listening.
Oh, God, I forgot about
even
that.
with Bluetooth speaker, it's hard to hear anything from 6 feet away, while the boss owner decides to walk up straight as you assholes are picturing scenarios as if cum shakes were a thing and fought viruses. Well, right at that moment, he walks up and asks me a question on work, what I was doing with this particular order. While trying to ignore you dummies the best I can, all of a sudden, Joe starts imagining his wife or somebody's wife sneaking cum into their food. Here's me knowing you idiots are about to say something super horrible, but my boss is right between me and my phone. I can't get to it. So just my boss is about to walk away on his last question. I have a feeling like I dodged a bullet. Then you guys yell out, "Honey, stop putting cum in my mouth. But it's good for you." All he can say is, "What the fuck are you listening to?" Looking straight at me, I burst into laughter and tears with no answer for those questions. Within the context, exactly what could I say? I hope I can tell him later that the story, might have made this cut, so it wouldn't be too hard to explain later. Love you guys, love the podcast. Hope to hear just one of these read on the show. Hope that'd be really cool. Thanks to you dummies for all the laughs and time sucking that got me through, that we all do here in the Bad Magic group. Sincerely, thanks for the most awesome or awkward moment of my job. Love the podcast, you guys. James Greenan.
Thank you, James.
God, I love that. Shove the cum in my... It's good for you! Oh, it's so good. Yeah, thank you guys so much for writing in. If you have something to update on for junk mail, again, that email is dumb@iswedumb.com. Show 49, is that what we're on?
I think so.
All right, let's wrap this shit up.
All right.
You want to do it?
Let's get out of here.
All right. Hey, Zach!
Yeah.
Wrap this shit up! No, sorry.
Oh.
No, thank you for producing and directing today.
I've enjoyed it thoroughly.
If you weren't out there, we'd be fucked, bro.
That sounds fair.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zach.
Thanks to Zach Cohen. I want to get him a giant hot dog. I just want to see. Maybe
Probably
every day. Every day for lunch, you can eat that fucking giant hot dog. Thanks to Zach Cohen. Some of the custom music beds for the show. We have that new Bad Magic merch. You got the Dummies jersey, the basketball jersey. It's available right now at badmagicmerch.com or iswedumb.com. Thanks to Logan Keith for that. And, of course, for running our socials. You can join our private Facebook group, Is We Dummies, moderated by Liz Hernandez and the All-Seeing Eyes. And if you have a general question, send it in to info@iswedumb.com. It is hot as fucking here. You ready to wrap this up?
Yeah, it was a fun one.
Oh, man, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Check for shoes. All right, I can do a joke.
Hey, you want to hear a joke?
Wow. Need that joke.
This was sent in by dummy Aaron. It's not
Aaron.
Aaron. It's
Okay,
Aaron.
Aaron.
Okay. Why can't you hear pterodactyls go to the bathroom?
Why can't you hear pterodactyls go to the bathroom? No idea.
Because the P is silent.
All right. Clever.
You get it? Because the P... You know how to, do you know how to, okay.
I got it.
You know how to spell it?
Nope.
That means it doesn't work.
I know it starts with a P.
I know, I'm JK. I'm JK. Hey guys, check for shoes. See you next week.
Add Magic Productions.